It's bug season and you just got back from a road trip and now your car looks like this. Let's fix that. So in today's video, I'm going to show you how you can quickly and safely remove these bugs no matter where you are and what you have. I'm going to show you 3 different ways. The first one is going to be if you are mid-trip and you just need to quickly get the bugs off the surface. Second way I'm going to show you is a rinseless wash. So this is when you have a little bit more time and access to water that you can fill up a bucket because you want to get more of those bugs off. The third way I'm going to show you is when you are back home, you have full access to all your stuff and you want to get your car completely reset and get every single bug off the surface. The first way I'm going to show you is with a waterless wash. This is going to be if you don't have access to water, say you're mid-trip, you've just gotten there or you've pulled up to a gas station and you just want to get the majority of the bug carcasses off of there. The other thing that this is going to do is it's going to kind of neutralize that acid in the bug's stomachs, which is actually what causes the damage to the paint. We are not looking for 100% of the bug removal here. We're just trying to neutralize the surface and get a majority of those bits and pieces off of there. This car does have a ceramic coating on it. A car with ceramic is going to make this 100 times easier, so keep that in mind. So I'm just going to spray the surface. I am going to use it a little bit more liberally. And the reason for this is because we want to make sure that for the safety side, we have enough lubrication. So I'm just going to let that get on the surface. I'm going to let it sit just for a few seconds. And then I'm going to use an FTW. These are my favorite towels because they're a twist loop, a long pile, but also super safe for the surface. So it's not going to leave any scratches or marring. And then I'm going to come through and just wipe away what I can. And kind of using straight methods. You're not really going to be scrubbing at the bugs. We're just, like I said, trying to remove the majority of those bug bodies and neutralizing their little acidic stomachs. So obviously on plastic, you can scrub a little bit harder, but as you can see, a lot of that bug matter did come off. And so you just want to make sure you're using straight method of wiping, no circles, no scrubbing, wipe off what will come off. Now, the nice part is we could go back in for a second application, but I'm actually pretty happy with that. I think that removed a good amount. If I was traveling and just wanted to knock a bunch of them off, this is a great result with that, and I'm not going to spend a bunch of time scrubbing. So this did exactly what I was hoping for. In this next method, I'm going to show you is a rinseless wash. So this is going to be the method if you want to travel with a little bit of gear, or if you were going to do a rinseless wash anyway. This is a great way to use just a couple products, a couple items, and you're going to get a lot of these bugs off. What I'm going to use is I have a bucket of water. So if I'm traveling, if I'm staying in an Airbnb or even staying at a hotel where I do have access to water, I can put everything in my bucket and then obviously use this to put the water in. I have a couple gallons of water. I have my rinseless sponge, which is the ultra safe sponge, and then I have a bug scrubber, which is the Jersey bug scrubber. So those are the only tools I need. And then I'm going to grab my favorite rinseless wash, which is Absolute, and I'm going to put a couple capfuls in here. So I have about 2.5 gallons, so I really only need like 3 capfuls of Absolute. So we're going to get that in there, and then we're going to give that a good stir around. Now, with this method, I am still going to use a bug pre-treatment. So I'm going to use P&S Bug Off. This is a really great bug dissolver. So this is going to help start that breakdown, dissolve the bug guts, and also give us a little bit of extra lubrication to get the bugs off. You can either pre-spray this, you can spray it straight onto your Jersey bug scrubber. If we were going to be just kind of doing spot cleaning and just doing the front, I would spray it on the Jersey bug scrubber. But typically in my shop, I do this method a lot because I do a lot of rinseless wash, and I will just pre-spray the entire front of the vehicle. This product is diluted 1:1, which is typically all you need with Bug Off. And super safe to use on coatings. It's not going to hurt anything. The one area you want to avoid with this is spraying directly on the windshield. If you are getting bugs off the windshield, you want to be spraying directly onto the Jersey bug scrubber and take it from there. Now we're going to let these start to work. The grill areas tend to be a little bit more involved with the bug guts, so we're going to let that part sit. I'm going to show you if you spray it directly on the Jersey bug scrubber. There is two sides to this. One is a softer microfiber, and this is the netted. This is the side you want to use for the bugs. It's just going to wipe those right off with hardly any scrubbing at all. We're going to use straight motion. You don't want to scrub in circles or anything. And these should all come off really nice and easily. You can also use a brush for this if you'd like. Whatever tools you want to take with you and you have available, this is going to work really nice with. And so we'll get the rest of those off there. Now what you'll do, and you don't want to leave this sitting too long where it dries. So then we're going to grab our sponge and we're going to rinse the bug off with the Absolute. And what's nice is once you do this, there's nothing else you need to do. So once you have it mostly rinsed using your sponge, then you can go straight to drying and it's going to be really nice and easy. So it just adds a little bit to your normal wash and you're not spending a ton of time getting these bugs off there. Once we have that, I'll show you how to get it dried and then we'll pop over to the other side. This pre-treatment you can use before any of the services that you're doing. So while we're talking today on kind of on the go and quick bug removal, you can use this bug off or any of these methods, whether you're doing a detail, getting ready for a ceramic coating, getting ready to polish the vehicle, or if you're doing the wash clay seal. This is a great way to make sure you get all the bugs off so that they're not getting stuck in your clay. You can see how I quickly and safely did that using only 5 tools that you could pack with you on your road trip if you needed. Again, so you would have a bucket, a bottle of Absolute, a bottle of Bug Off, a sponge, a Jersey bug scrubber, and a drying towel. So super easy to pack with you. All you need is a couple gallons of water and you can get the whole front end of your car refreshed much quicker and easier. In this last method, this is going to be the all-in. So you have either just returned from your trip and you're ready to fully wash your car, or this is your total prep. So if you're a detailer and you need to get these bugs off of there, this is just going to be your normal wash process. So in this method, I'm going to use a couple different products. So I'm going to start with a APC, which I'm going to use clean from Armor Detail Supply, and I'm going to pre-soak the area. So I'm going to spray it, let it dwell, and then get my foaming ready. So for my foam wash, I'm going to use Armor Detail's Decon soap, and we're going to foam this on. We're going to let that dwell on the surface, do its thing, and then we're going to rinse that off, and then our contact wash is going to be with Armor Detail Shampoo Plus. Now I'm going to get my IK foamer ready. Now normally you would use a foam cannon for this. Just for demonstration purposes, I'm going to use this IK foamer just to keep it simple on camera. So we're going to add our Decon soap in there. We're going to get this mixed up and pumped up, and then I will add my Shampoo Plus to my bucket and we'll be ready to go. I'm ready to get started. We're going to go over this again. We've got some large bugs here, bees that are all stuck in here. So I am going to go back over with the APC as a pre-spray. We're going to let that sit, dwell, do its thing. Then I'm going to foam over it with a Decon soap, rinse that, and then do our contact wash with Shampoo Plus. And then we will be done. It's just a normal wash process. But I wanted to show you the difference here, how this can start to dissolve the bugs on its own, and we don't need to take a bug scrubber to it unless we end up with some stubborn ones at the end. We'll have plenty of lubrication from our soap to go back over that if we end up needing to. All right, so as you can see, this is starting to dissolve that. We've got the yellow running down. So we would just leave that for a few minutes. For the sake of time, I'm gonna go straight into my foaming, but we'll let that kind of work. It starts to dissolve all of the bug guts, all that kind of good stuff. Obviously, you could interchange these products if you wanted. Could you use Bug Off underneath a contact wash? Absolutely. Could you use the APC on the other side? Absolutely. We're just showing you a couple different ways and how you can be quick and effective. Foaming over, again, you can absolutely use a foam cannon. I'm going to use this IK sprayer just for the sake of time. And again, this is a Decon soap, so something that you may do when you come back from your road trip and you want to get all of the dirt and dust stuck in the front from your road trip. So good way to reset it. We'll let that do its thing. All right, so we have let the Decon soap dwell a little bit with our APC underneath it. We can really start to see some of the bugs popping through. All these yellow spots is where it has started dissolving that bug guts and all their little bodies and things like that. So now we are ready to rinse this off, and then we'll go straight into our contact wash with the Shampoo Plus. Pretty awesome. That pretty much blew away all the bugs that were existing. It got rid of our little friend. everything virtually rinsed away, so I'm not going to need to use any contact with the bug scrubber. Now I'm just going to go straight into my Shampoo Plus regular body wash and finish this up. The bugs came off no problem at all after this latest road trip. Like I mentioned, this car is ceramic coated, so if you're dealing with a car that doesn't have ceramic on it, it may take you a couple little extra scrubs, but I do like all of these methods for quickly and efficiently getting the bugs off the front of your car. So I hope that helped you guys learn a little bit more about quickly and safely removing bugs from the surface. I need to knock the rest of this car wash out. So please, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section below. Make sure you give us a thumbs up, and we'll catch you next time.